Yo YouTube, what's crackalackajackasmacin? It's Waffleman with a video, man. And you know, we had a bunch of talk about the playmaker versus the shot creator. What, you know, two of my funnest archetypes, a bunch of those videos this month. But to finally get to near the end of these archetype videos I make, bro, my best and my worst archetypes, man. I'm actually gonna rank all the archetypes I have from the best to the worst. And honestly, you know what, we'll start from the worst archetype I have. Out of the 5 archetypes I have, you guys know I have the post scorer, I have the shot creator, the lockdown defender, a slasher, and a playmaker. And out of all those archetypes, man, honestly, if I were to choose my worst archetype, and that doesn't mean it's bad, it's a bad build that I made, or it's, you know, it just means the impact on the court for my archetype, my own build, my personal build. So I'm not talking about the archetype, I'm talking about my personal builds and how they play on the court. So with the worst one out of my best builds, I have the post scorer, man. My post scorer, you know, 7 feet, power forward, minimum wingspan, which was an L. That was back in October I made this player, so yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. Big men should always have maximum wingspan. But yeah, he has minimum wingspan. See, what I like about this character actually is that he could actually shoot the mid-range game. You know, +5, he has an 84 mid-range. Of course, he has a 94 strength, so he's backing down on other big men. He's backing down on smaller people. He's got that 94 post fade. You know, everything is good. Even the bruiser and the brick wall, all that stuff is great, man. So this character is really, really good. And since he's 7 feet, even though he has a minimum wingspan, he still actually gets rebounds. So overall, it's a good build. But compared to my other archetypes, he's not that much of an impact player. So moving on to the next archetype, I think I might, man, it's tough, man. It's either my playmaker or my slasher. I think I might say my playmaker because my slasher's been doing crazy things recently. So next I have my playmaker, man. Very, very good build. It's the basic playmaker, 6'3", of course, minimum wingspan again. I think the lowest amount of weight you could put, he's 180 pounds. Just a good build, man. I mean, playmakers are a good build. You could speed boost, that 94 speed with the ball. Not only that, he has a 94 speed, a 94 acceleration, and a 94 vertical, man. Really, really good stats. 81 mid-range, then you got 80 shooting off the dribble, +5 is an 85 shooting off the dribble. So coming off the screen with pick and roll maestro, I'm gonna be banging. And you know, I like using my playmaker sometimes. I don't use them a lot. You know, I usually use my shot creator or sometimes my slasher. But when I do use my playmaker, man, it's just fun having that 94 speed, especially if you get the rebound. You be speeding up the court, man, and finding people open is so easy as a playmaker. It's so easy. I don't understand why these playmakers like to dribble all over the place for 10-12 seconds. It's so unnecessary, man. But the playmaker overall, even the 3-point shot, he's my best 3-point shooter. It's overall a good archetype, but compared to my next 3 archetypes, he's not as dominant. So moving on to the next one, the middle of the pack right here, number 3, we've got my slasher, 6'4". I think he's the average weight. I'm not sure what that is, I forgot. Again, minimum wingspan. It's crazy, but I've been almost 4 to 5 of my archetypes on minimum wingspan. But again, my slasher, like, this guy is a beast, man. His slashing ability is crazy. His agility, 94. His driving dunk, and his driving layup is usually his driving layup is usually a 99 because I put the +5 boost on it. And then you got his driving dunk and contact dunk pretty high in the mid 90s and stuff like that. So this build right here is cheese, especially if you're going up against other guards. They're not going to be able to stop you because you're a slasher and they don't really have any defense. And unless they're a lockdown defender, like I said, they're not going to stop you. They're not going to outrun you. You're going to be cutting and slashing well. Not only that, man, I like the slasher because he can hit a high variety of floaters, man. The floaters go in at a high percentage. So people don't use the floaters. I don't know why. You a slasher, you got teardrop of Hall of Fame. Use that shit, my nigga. That's a way you can score outside the paint. And also, people always forget, slasher has the second best shooting off the dribble. My shooting off the dribble is a 80, what is it, a 81 with my slasher. So if you plus 5 with that, that's an 86. That's pretty good, man. And if you got difficult shots, then hell yeah, you're gonna be making a good amount of those, man. That's pretty good right there. So my slasher is definitely my second best, and he plays the second best defense behind my lockdown defender. Now, number 2 and number 1, man. This is where it comes down to which is my best archetype. Where I say it's number 2, you already know number 1 is my best build archetype, man. The impact of number 1 is crazy. So number 2, my second best archetype is my shot creator, man. Yes, it is a shot creator. The shot creator is not number 1, unfortunately. But my first ever build in NBA 2K17, my shot creator, 6'3", again, minimum wingspan, about what, 170 pounds. Really a great build, man. Like, shot creator, one of the best archetypes in the game, man. Most of the time you're going to be taking a moving shot, and the shot creator has so much in their arsenal. They got the drifter, they got the spin jumper, hell, you can even do floaters sometimes, a bunch of moves, and they can still hit the mid-range game. You know what I'm saying? They have the second highest mid-range behind the sharpshooter. So your scoring is pretty high, and of course, you still got that 3-point shot, man. Along with corner specialists and along with catch and shoot, the shot creator is very devastating, and it's very dominant, especially in Pro-Am, man. The space in Pro-Am is so congested that you need a shot creator in order to get space. And like I said, man, make sure you get pick and roll maestro for shot creator, because coming off the screen, that's an easy fade away white there, man. Like, come on, son. And like I said in my previous video, the shot creator is the only archetype that only has one category completely maxed out with all the bars, and that's shot creating, which means you're gonna be able to put other attributes on stuff like strength and rebounding compared to a playmaker who really has to put all their categories and like the slasher 2 on the other stuff. So your shot creator is really going to be a better all-around player compared to the playmakers and the slashers out there. And by the way, also, the shot creator has the second best layups and dunks after the slasher. So you see, they're very well rounded. But my best archetype, man, my most dominant archetype, the one that has the most impact on the court, the 6'7" lockdown defender. I think this is also average weight, this time maximum wingspan, because I'm competing with big men and trying to get those rebounds and stuff like that. And this build is my best build because of its impact on the court. There's a definitely difference between when I'm playing with my post scorer and my lockdown defender, especially if I'm playing as my guard and then someone else is the big man. There's a huge difference. With my lockdown defender playing usually small forward on the park, or maybe even, you know, power forward or center in Pro-Am, I'm already faster than whoever's guarding me because, you know, they're bigger than me. I'm 6'7", I'm a lockdown defender. I have, you know, agilities all the way up to, at max. So yeah, lockdown defender is gonna beat you. Also, the defense is there. I can literally guard every single archetype on the court. So all those screens being set is a bad idea because we're just gonna switch onto them. Also, you got the rebounding. My rebounding is a 75 right now. It's going to be a 76 once I get the Superstar 3. But if you plus 5 to that, that's an 80 rebounding. Not only that, you got to take into account my vertical. So I literally out rebound glass cleaners sometimes, and even in the paint on the park. If they're in the paint, athletic finishers, post scorers, glass cleaners, they're getting stripped, bro. They're getting stripped. If I face point guards or shot creating guards or slashing guards, they're too weak. My strength is a 79, and that's why I kept my weight at average, because that 79 strength, which actually can go to 84 strength if I had another attribute upgrade, but that 79 strength plus 5, which is an 84, is so dominant, man. It's so impactful. And my lockdown defender, listen, you can guard everybody, get rebounds, do all the dirty work, set the screens, cut to the paint, dunk in the paint. Like, sometimes I'd be scoring 15, 16, 17 points with my lockdown defender, having multiple rebounds, multiple assists. He still can pass the ball. So that's why he's my best archetype. But anyways, let me know in the comment section what you think If your best archetype, your worst archetype, and anyways, I'm out for now. Peace.